We find ourselves in a dilemma, a situation in which we ask, should we create the art that everybody else wants to see? Or should we draw and create the things that we enjoy drawing? Should I do this to try to get a following and make as much income as I can as quickly as possible? Or am I doing this because I really enjoy it and I want to make what I want to create as some form of art therapy? I ask myself that sometimes. We may want to make an income from it, maybe even possibly someday make a living from it. To wake up every day and the only thing that we have to do is to just pour our entire being and our mind onto the canvas or onto the paper. And we think of how that could be possible. How could we achieve that goal? To have every day doing something that is completely and fully meaningful, that gives you a purpose and a motivation to wake up every day and to continue. And we see it. We see that maybe by creating things that we don't even want to create, just because it's something that people want to see, or that it's something that is more popular, that we may end up having more income from it or a larger following. But if we draw the things we want to draw, and that is the reason we do it, for the joy, or maybe as a form of therapy, and maybe you don't have to only draw the things that you don't want to draw. You could spend some time and set it aside to do some drawings and paintings or some form of art that you enjoy. And maybe at some point you might have to create a lot of things that you don't want to draw. But maybe eventually, if you had the income and the resources and the time, you could eventually just only create the things that you want. But if you're just doing it as a form of therapy, as a way to just put your mind onto the paper, to relax, and to make the thoughts go away, and to just be yourself in that moment, then I would say that it's probably best to just draw the things that you want to draw, the things that you enjoy. We might see that hyper-realistic art, that type of art that looks so realistic. It's almost as if they've printed it out from a printer, in 8K high resolution, flawless details and perfection. But is that really something that you want to create? Do you want to spend dozens or maybe even hundreds of hours drawing something and creating something that you don't even enjoy doing? And when you're done, instead of feeling a sense of achievement or enjoying what you've created and looking back on it and looking at the drawing that you've made and having a sense of, wow, I made that, I enjoyed that, you might feel and ask yourself and say, is this what I should be drawing? And you might say to yourself, finally, it's over. But then you have to make another one. And it starts over again. You don't want to create. You don't want to draw anymore. You feel as if you have some type of artist block. And maybe it's because you're not drawing the things that you want to draw. And maybe you should start doing that. And create the type of artwork that you enjoy, that gives you maybe some sense of meaning, or you wake up every morning and instead of feeling as if you don't want to draw today, or I don't want to do any of these things. I don't feel like sitting here for dozens of hours and creating this art that is only the things that's popular. Maybe if you just start creating the things that you enjoy, create your own style. And they say, often I've heard, that there's always some form of art that will be enjoyed by somebody, but if you're trying to make a living from it, that might be difficult, because maybe the things that people want to see might not be the things that you're creating. But you could spend enough time doing something that you enjoy that you find a style or something that you've really worked on. And because you enjoy doing this, you will continue doing it and pursuing it and getting better. And eventually there's going to be people that enjoy the work that you do. And the drawings I create, mostly abstract and doodles, I remember I always wanted to try to be able to draw things perfectly, flawlessly, and to render it in some photorealistic way. But I wanted to start creating things that was what I wanted to draw. A form of art therapy. A way to just let my mind create and draw things that it wants, without the added stress of trying to create all this art that I don't have interest in making. And so now I just draw what I want, and I spend most of my day drawing. It does seem to help me, quiet my mind, and I just kind of take all of my thoughts and I put it into the drawing. But at the same time, I'm not really thinking of anything when I'm drawing. I'm just letting the drawing happen. And that's one thing I like about it. It's stress-free. I enjoy it. And when I'm done, I can look at the drawing and say to myself, I enjoyed creating that, and I look forward to making another one. So every piece of work I make doesn't feel like some huge mountain I have to climb, that I have to get over to get that done, to move on to the next drawing. And I look forward to everything that I create then. I look forward to the next drawing I make. And I've got these different pens around me that I can select from. I don't have to be stuck with one pen. I can use a marker, a fountain pen, an isograph, a ballpoint pen. Maybe I'll switch it up today and try to do maybe a graphite portrait drawing, maybe charcoal, maybe paint. But you don't have to try to create everything that you think might be the things that everybody else wants to see. Things are always changing. And what you may think now is what everybody wants to see might not even be what anybody has interest in a few years from now. It could be that the things that you're creating might be seen as beautiful, valuable, and interesting a few days from now, weeks, months, or maybe it could even be years. But I think if you just start creating things that you enjoy, you look forward to everything that you create. And as you keep turning each page of that sketchbook, it's like another page and another section of your life that you've poured that ink onto the paper to make that drawing. Maybe it won't make any sense to them. Maybe to some it won't make any sense, or they just don't understand it. But just create what you want to create. Draw the things that you enjoy. And when you finish that sketchbook, you can flip through it, look at each drawing, look back on it, think of it, and feel a sense of accomplishment knowing that this entire sketchbook, I have enjoyed every page and every line. It might not be flawless, it might not be perfect, But then again, nothing is really perfect. And neither are we. And maybe these sketchbooks can be a representation of that. And we can just pour ourselves as a form of ink onto the paper and look forward to each day that we create a new drawing. And every day we wake up, we turn that page and start anew. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with your friends. If you'd like to see more artwork, check the links below. And if you'd like to support this channel, check the links below where you can donate and see more art and support this channel. I'll be making more posts in the future and audios like this one here. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and listen, and I hope you have a great day. Have fun drawing, and I'll talk to you next time.